So one of the key concepts when we're thinking about fractions, and one of the things that's most difficult for students, is considering the referent whole. The referent whole means the whole that's being referred to in the context or situation. This is one of the reasons why always representing fractions as a part whole model, it can be problematic. For instance, if fractions always look like this, then students are always going to think that the referent whole is one whole object unto itself. However, that's not always the case. For instance, if I'm running a race, I might consider the length of my race to be the whole. So for instance, next month, I am running a virtual 5K. 5K is about 3.1 miles. Okay, so the whole race that I will run is 3.1 miles. So I could consider that my referent whole. Or I could consider how far I ran today as my referent whole. I could say that today I ran 1 mile. So my referent whole today is 1 mile, or my distance I ran today. So then I would say that if this is my referent whole, then I could say that when I run the race, I will run 3 times as far as I ran today. Conversely, if this is my reference whole, I would say that today I ran 1/3 of my race distance. It's all about what we're referring to as the whole, or the referent whole. Another way we can think about this, if we think about a set model, is we can think about, let's say, a plate of cookies. And so on this plate, so this is 1 whole plate of cookies. And so I could think about those cookies in different ways. I could say that 4/6 are chocolate chip. If you noticed me putting the little chocolate chips in there. I could say that 2/6 are peanut butter, right? So I could refer to parts of that whole plate. Or I could also talk about just 1 cookie. And I could say then that 1 cookie is now my whole, and I can think about it differently. And so there then I could break the cookie, and I can share it with you so that we could each have 1/2 of a cookie. We could also change the referent whole when thinking about the cookies on the plate. We could talk about all of the chocolate chip cookies. For instance, I could say I gave 1/2 of the chocolate chip cookies to my sister. So now I'm not thinking about the whole plate. I'm not thinking about all 6 cookies. I'm just thinking about these 4. So I've changed again my referent whole to be talking about all the chocolate chip cookies. So you can see for children that this will be, one, doing any kind of operation or considering the fraction, then you must know what your whole is. But 2, this can be really complex or complicated for children if they're used to seeing fractions always in this type of a model. one of the many reasons we need to expose children to all three models of fractions.